Good evening. As we did with Dubai, we decided to move the event in Abu Dhabi also by one day to Saturday, so that instead of 30th September, we'll have the event on 1st October. So I will see you in Abu Dhabi on the 1st of October. Those living in Abu Dhabi need not take the pain of traveling to Dubai. We will see you in Abu Dhabi on the 1st of October. Those who want to see me in Abu Dhabi may drop us an email at the address given below or contact us by the WhatsApp number that flashes below. My team will get in touch with you. Thank you. Good evening. It was decided to do an event in Dubai on the 23rd of September. It was a Friday. By popular demand, we have shifted this event to 24th September, the Saturday, so that it would be convenient for you people to attend. So I'll be in Dubai on the 24th of September at 6 p.m. Hope to see you in Dubai. Those desirous of participating in the Dubai event can contact us at the WhatsApp number given below or mail to the email ID given below. We will see you in Dubai. Kindly drop us an email or send a message on the WhatsApp number.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. It's nice to be in front of the camera again with Anand. I read an interesting article which I wanted to talk to Anand about, so that's why I'm back here today. It was an article about Saudi Arabia sending a message to Joe Biden about the oil production, what OPEC is doing. I thought it's really interesting. Joe Biden, a man who said at the time of elections, he's a man of principle. The Democrats said what Saudi Arabia did to Jamal Khashoggi was wrong and they will never stand up to this and they will not allow Saudi Arabia to get away with it. Then they had done a full 180 on it as soon as Russia war broke out and he went and he did a fist bump and he came back saying him and the prince, who's become the king now, are good friends, King Salman. And now again, he's bowled a googly to him and Biden seems to be left wanting. What do you think, Anand? What do you think about this whole scenario?
Jamal Khashoggi's murder was gruesome.
Absolutely.
And it was done by the Saudis.
Correct.
With the crown prince playing a role.
That man was critical of the
and
royal family.
The Democrats were critical. The Democrats said Trump sold the US and that during the campaign he said he will teach these guys a lesson.
Correct.
And he really
hammered it home, saying that America is made of principles.
Yeah, America
we don't cave down to terrorism.
Tear down to terrorism. In fact, Saudi was a very close ally of the Americans. And when we were there, the Yankees came to save them when Saddam. These guys were scared of Saddam.
Correct. All of it based on oil, of course.
Based on oil.
Yes.
But you remember those days
all
in
the friendships
Kobar.
Are oil, yes. Oil
Kobar. You remember how the American GI introduced.
Absolutely, I agree. Americans are friends with any country that has oil.
Kennedy, how you got to Kennedy with that American.
Yes. American GIs introduced us to Kennedy and Naji and.
No, Kennedy was main.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, then you had Salman thumbing the nose at America.
Correct.
And then what happened, he said that I will teach them a lesson.
Correct.
And he was in the process of teaching them a lesson when Putin decided to set his tanks into Ukraine.
Correct.
America per se doesn't have a problem. It has enough oil. It's not importing oil, it's exporting oil.
True.
But the world energy inflation is a big problem.
Yeah, but America is also, Democrats were sitting on a high horse saying they're going to stop fracking and further exploration.
And
now all that has been
done. All that is done. Now what has happened is worldwide oil prices are going up and inflation in America is hurting.
Europe is hurting.
Europe is really hurting. So he has to go and so he went to Saudi Arabia to eat a humble pie. And did fist bump and the crown prince was smirking.
Correct.
Okay. Then what happened is they allowed Russia to sell oil at 50% discount.
No choice.
Okay. And immediately the Saudis got irritated with that. Because the Saudis and the Gulf guys, after a long time, have made 1.3 trillion bonus.
Right.
They are now cash rich.
Yes.
So which is giving him a big cushion. And they had to discount to match the Russians. To further cool oil prices, Iran, which was under sanction, and oil was not allowed because of Trump.
Iranian oil was not
allowed. Now the US government has said Iran can sell oil.
Then another 180 on that.
180 on that. Now the Shias, they are the Shias. There are two sets. The Shias and the Sunnis.
Historically,
Shia is the Iranian Shias and these guys are the
Sunnis. Rest of them are Sunnis.
Now they don't get along.
Yes.
Half of Iraq is Sunni, is Shia. Most of Iraq is also Shia.
Yes, that's what led to the Iran-Iraq war. Which went on for 10 years. Where Saudi Arabia was funneling Saddam Hussein, telling him you fight Iran for us.
So this is a old conflict.
Very old, yes.
Now the moment you give Iran oil in the market, and allow the Iranians some breath of life. Saudis are pissed off. Then they are saying oil may fall. So what they did is they wanted to keep oil on a ball. This OPEC is a rubber stamp of
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Immediately he has said, I will cut oil production. So if he cuts oil production, prices are going to tip over $100 again.
Correct.
So any hope, and there's an election coming up in November.
For Joe Biden, yes. The midterm election.
Midterm elections. Trump scored a self-goal. Actually, the Republicans were leading by 20%. Trump threw so much money into that election that all his nominees got elected.
True.
Now the Republicans, one big section, have turned against Trump and asking people to vote Democrat.
Correct.
So there's a section of Democrats voting.
And that too with abortion. The Supreme Court, what it
Yeah.
did with the
So now,
abortion,
so
has made
suddenly,
things worse.
yeah. So Joe Biden is now
Has his nose ahead.
just slightly ahead.
Yes.
Now at this time he needs oil to be low at least till November. Winter is coming.
So the king has seen an opportune moment
the
to
king,
squeeze him.
the
new one, kachak.
The crown prince has seen a very good option. And he says, boss, forget all this 180 degrees and fist bump and all that. Keep oil at $100.
You happy, I'm happy.
You are happy, I am happy.
Yes.
It's not bothering your country.
Yes.
And the difference between crude and Texas Intermediate is $10. So you be happy because your guys are getting
Yes.
oil at 10. There's no way that
You stay in your lane, I'll stay
in my lane. You try to mess around with
my situation here.
my situation, because they are going for radical reforms.
Correct.
The Saudi which we grew up is not the
Very
Saudis
different.
today.
Very, very different.
Now the women can drive, there is common restaurant.
Tourism is allowed.
Tourism is allowed,
There's
visa
sections
is,
of the country where it's very liberal. They're called liberal pockets, where everything is allowed.
except talking about the king and the crown prince, everything is allowed.
Should not abuse the royal family.
You don't touch the royal family, everything is allowed.
Correct.
Now, what has happened is, once all that is allowed, he needs money to keep the clerics at bay.
Correct.
Otherwise, Shah of Iran was overthrown by the clerics.
The hardliners, yes.
Hardliners. To throw out the hardliners, he needs flus, money.
Yes.
Flus is Arabic for money.
Correct.
There is a flus.
Yes.
So they need the flus. So flus is coming from oil.
True.
And the prince knows 15, 20 years when he is the king, there is going to be no oil is not going to dominate. So he needs he needs to build a new
He's
Dubai.
seen what's happened in Dubai, yes.
Yeah, so he wants a new Dubai.
Yeah, he's Xerox copying it, yes.
Yeah, so he wants, while the transition is going on, he needs oil prices to stay on the boil for some time.
To make sure there's enough money for
There is enough money to throw at the hardliners.
Yeah.
And it is also in Trump's interest to throw money at the hardliner, because you don't want another wave of Islamic extremism.
You mean
Biden. And so in this gap, in this time, but the short-term pressures of winning this November election is
on him.
So he talked to the king and then he allowed Iranian oil. Now the OPEC Plus will now cut production.
Pushing oil back up.
Push oil back up. Looks like oil went up yesterday.
Correct. Yes.
Now what has happened is oil prices are no more driven by reality.
Yes.
Okay, what demand, supply and all is gone. Now what is happening is oil prices are being driven by geopolitics of US.
Artificially pushing it up.
Pushing up and pushing down, because the price wouldn't have come down. The Americans did three things. They released a lot of their strategic reserves to come down the price.
Yes.
They went to Saudi and told them, please don't cut production. They also went and allowed Iranian oil back on the market. The moment all three happened, the Saudis are saying, we'll turn off our taps.
Yes.
Let the Iranians sell.
Yes. You want their oil? Take their oil.
Take their oil.
Correct.
So oil will went back to 100.
Correct.
So this oil politics. There used to be an oil minister who was thrown out.
Yes.
In disgrace, Sheikh Yamani. You remember that?
Yes, yes.
That Yamani guy was the wheeler and dealer for Abdullah Aziz.
Yes.
When Fahad and Abdullah were there.
Yes.
When the new king came, they threw him out.
Yes.
So I am reminded of these days where every day the OPEC is now saying, turn off the tap, turn on the tap, turn off the
It's
tap.
literally like Salman's got the tap in his bedroom. In the morning he gets up and decides in his mood.
Today Biden is not behaving properly. I turn off the tap.
Then Biden phone will ring. Then he might open the tap.
So this is what is going to happening in oil, and this is keeping oil volatile.
My question is, now Europe, they're supposed to be unified against Russia, and Russia is turning off gas supplies to Europe. When winter comes and bites them hard, when energy bills are going to be soaring,
that is why
will the coalition stay together?
They have to stay together, because yesterday what happened is, in the long term, the sanctions will bite, because Russia needs critical components from outside to keep building smart weapons. They won't have.
Correct.
Now what is happening is Ukraine is getting endless supply of money and
And
material
weaponry
from America.
yeah.
Now as of today, yesterday they were given $3 billion.
Yes.
So Congress is passing every bill.
Correct.
Whether you are a Republican or a Democrat, you need the arms industry with you.
Correct.
The arms industry is a
Keeps
big,
the economy running, humming.
it's humming, and it keeps the senators lobbying happy.
Yes.
So no senator is going to say no to this.
Especially when America is not fighting big wars outside. They
Outside,
need to keep still spending the money.
they need to spend the money, and this is for democracy.
Correct. They're
And this
fighting
is
their
for
old enemy.
and this is for a fair skin.
Correct.
And the Jew.
Correct.
And the Jew.
So all the boxes have been ticked.
The Jews run the American economy.
Correct.
So now what happens? So Ukraine is going to get. So the war is now reached a stalemate.
But my question is, you're saying right, the long term the sanctions will bite Russia because critical
Yes.
component. But that's what Russia, he's gone across and made friends with China. No, China,
Then
Russia,
China,
bye have become.
Chinese economy, what is the point of having a friend?
Yeah, but that's a black box. We don't even know what's happening.
That is now it's leaked out, no? Because they were building Ponzi schemes of real estate. Now that real estate has collapsed.
So Xi Jinping will tell Putin, boss, I have a fire my
He has a big fire in his problem because of that real estate collapse. It started with Evergrande and it spread right through.
Like dominoes going through.
It's dominoes. And the Chinese people are saying, we cannot, you put us at zero COVID policy, we don't have the money, we will not pay mortgages.
Correct.
And Chinese bonds in international market are trading at 70 cents to a dollar.
True.
Which also I talked here. So there is a big problem. China will say, who is Putin? If this continues after some time, China is saying, Putin? Who? What Putin?
And that too, if they're busy with Taiwan, they will not be.
Not only Taiwan, because you crack down on the tech. The Americans, it's all funded by American investors.
True.
Nobody worth their salt will put their money in. You will not keep your money in China.
No, I will not.
Everybody will keep it in dollars.
Very true.
So the Chinese citizens want to keep it in dollars.
Yes, even they're taking their money out.
They will take their money out. So Putin cannot help much.
To the point where even middle class Chinese are thinking how to escape the country.
Yes.
They're making plans.
Putin cannot help much, expect much from China.
True.
So the real problems for Putin, it's not going to be a sudden death that he surrenders and loses. This is going to be a long drawn war. In history, there are 2 occasions it's happened already. Napoleon tried to invade and went up to the gates of Moscow.
Yes, yes.
And was pushed back and he lost his grand army.
Yes. He lost everything because of that.
Yeah. And then Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa.
Correct.
And almost reached Moscow and found nothing, and he was pushed back completely.
Yes,
to a point when he was hammered to death.
Yes. Unnecessarily, he provoked the Russians to enter the war.
Yeah. Now this is the 3rd time. One winter is over. This is the 2nd winter.
Correct.
And you are sitting in home, in your house. It is the Russians who need
to move up
supplies.
Correct.
And there are a lot of casualties. We don't know exactly how many is happening.
Yes, and we really don't know the
so
true picture.
The longer the war loss, greater the pain for Russians.
Especially Russian soldiers.
If you remember, before the Soviet Union collapsed, Soviet Union occupied Afghanistan.
Yes. Terrible mistake they made. Terrible mistake.
That's the same mistake they are repeating.
Led to the collapse of the Soviet.
So this could lead to the collapse of the Soviet Russian.
The Russia state which we know now.
Russia as a state we know. And already somebody has assassinated his closest friend's daughter.
To give a signal.
So things are not looking good. But this is geopolitics and not investing.
True.
Thank you for old times.
Yes. Thank you for the quick discussion on OPEC and the oil economy, what's happening to the world regarding oil and the commodity markets related to oil. Thanks, Anand.
Thank you. Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like this video, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for your support to Be Rich. Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. I am visiting the historic town of Trichy on the 27th of August. We are planning to hold a meeting in Trichy where I get to meet my subscribers and people who follow me on social media. This will be a live interaction with my friends, followers and subscribers of my channel. It is very interesting. We have had several events in various small towns of Tamil Nadu. If you wish to participate in that event, your WhatsApp number is given below. You may contact us on that WhatsApp number, or you could drop an email to the address given below. My team will respond to you. I hope to see you in Trichy on the 27th of August at 6 p.m. Thank you for supporting Be Rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.